This is Kim Newlove, host of the Pharmacist Voice podcast. I'm publishing one episode per day in the month of November 2020 as part of a challenge called NaPodPoMo. It stands for National Podcast Post Month. Today is November 2nd, 2020. 2 down, 28 to go. I'm using these extra episodes to talk about my new online course. It's called Pronounce Drug Names Like a Pro. You can find it at kimnewlove.com or visit thepharmacistvoice.com and click on the store button. Use the coupon code TPV25 to get 25% off until Friday, November 6th, 2020 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. Now, I'll tell you a little more about the course. Why did I create this course and who is it for? First, I'll answer why I created the course. In a nutshell, I care about pronouncing drug names correctly, and I was inspired by voice actors to create a drug name pronunciation course. Once I started creating Pronounce Drug Names Like a Pro, however, I realized who it's really for. It could be of service to just about anyone, especially voice actors, but also healthcare professionals and students, meaning pharmacy students, nursing students, medical students, and so on, plus patients, caregivers, and more. I created the course that, in hindsight, I wish I would have had in college. Something to teach me how to pronounce all the drug names that I hadn't come across in pharmacy school and all the drug names yet to be invented. I'm not talking about giving you the pronunciations for the top 200 or 300 drugs and leaving you wondering how to pronounce all the others, like, for example, monoclonal antibody drugs, newer diabetes drugs, and others. Are you familiar with the phrase, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day? Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. That's the concept behind my course. I teach you where to find the correct pronunciations, how to break them down, and other tips and tricks as you aspire to pronounce drug names like a pro. The course focuses on non-proprietary drug names. Those are also called generic names. Specifically, I focus on the U.S. adopted names. Did you know that there are all kinds of drug names out there? Like the international non-proprietary names, the British approved names, and the Japanese accepted names, to name a few? During my research, I discovered all those facts. My podcast listeners are in about 40 countries worldwide, so I feel like I need to make the distinction about the U.S. adopted names so it's clear what I'm offering. I also teach how to find brand name drug pronunciations. Finding brand name drug pronunciations is different from finding generic ones. Why would I even cover brand name drug pronunciations, you might ask? They're usually shorter and easier to pronounce. But are they all? For example, with all due respect to AbbVie, when I first read about the drug Humira, then I heard the pronunciation, I was confused. I didn't understand how I was supposed to know how to pronounce something that looked like Humira, but was pronounced Humira. As I created the course, I discovered a very important resource. It's in the course, and it flattened the learning curve for me. As I wrap this up, I want to invite you to visit kimnewlove.com and check out Pronounce Drug Names Like a Pro. Use the coupon code TPV25 and get 25% off your purchase. The coupon expires at 11:59 p.m. this Friday, November 6th. Join me tomorrow, November 3rd, for another short episode.